Sicilian defense, open, Najdorf, Opposition variation, 6, e5 7.nb3 b7 8.b3. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. The c-pawn in the Sicilian defense controls the d4 square. Nf3 moves the knight toward the center in anticipation of a pawn push on d4, where it will be ready to retake the piece if black captures on d4. When black eventually plays nf6, white is prevented from moving the piece to e5 by the opening of the light-squared bishop on d6. d4 offers to trade the d-pawn for the c-pawn, giving up a center pawn for more active pieces. Cx d4 provides black 2 key pawns while giving white only one. Nx d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having one central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. Nf6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. Nc3 defends the e4 pawn and starts to develop on the queen side. A6 prepares the queenside pawn advance b7 b5, and also prevents white from playing the bishop or knight to b5. b3 supports the strong d4 knight in the center. e5 takes space in the center, attacks the knight on d4, and allows the dark squared bishop to develop to e7. Nb3 retreats the knight to the queenside where it controls the a5, c5, and d4 squares. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is the last book move. Not the finest, this. It is incorrect. This requires an outpost, a square that is currently in play where a pawn cannot push the knight off. That's good. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. It is best. This gains time by putting a queen in danger and getting it to flee. It is ideal. By doing this, a queen moves off of its beginning square and into the action. It is ideal. So, the attacked pawn is protected. It is quite good. This exchange is fair. It is ideal. Recaptures. It is ideal. The knight is thus brought to safety. It is ideal. It's alright. That's good. That's a decent move. That's good. The knight can now control more squares as a result. That's good. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. This threatens to pin a knight. It is best. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. There were worse maneuvers, but there were also much better ones. It is incorrect. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. It is good. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced. That was an incredible middle game by both players.